got the crayon decor on there, selects. I enjoy this with the bigger pieces. A little darker than I want it to be, but here it is. Probably can't turn it as too much, but see the back there. Let me turn it. It looks all right, I guess. I mean, I'm not real happy about my sculpt there, but I don't know. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't know. The front looks okay. The front's passable, but this, you know, got a little bit of over there. I'm trying to make it like he's coming out of his belt. If you're that top heavy, you would have a little bit of a, you know, skin coming out. But anyway, here's what we're gonna do. Now with black primer, I decided to go with this blue. When I saw this blue in the store, Craft Smart, I don't really recommend putting this through the airbrush unless you really take your time to thin it out. Even myself, I'm kind of struggling with, but I can get it through there pretty well. I mean, it comes through well, it's just like I gotta make it too wet. But Craft Smart, this steel blue is what I'm gonna go with. And this is over black primer. Yeah, this is black primer. This here is the crayon. Probably is not as the best on camera. This is just light gray primer. And these I don't know if it's showing up well on the screen, what it looks like exactly, you know, because the blue behind it's probably throwing it off. This is just white primer, but that's what I'm going to go with, man. I think I'm going to go with this blue. I'm not sure if it's going to be for the cowl and cape or his actual suit and go darker blue with the cowl and cape, or go with the cowl and cape, use this color and go light gray with the suit. Because if it's old school Batman, then he would be an old school kind of you know, outfit, suit, Batman suit. But there it is. I don't know. There's still a whole bunch of different things I got going on here that I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. But there it is. Tell me what you think, what colors he should be. Black on, I don't want to go black on black. I think with this color here with the gray, the light gray. Yeah, this is the light gray primer with this color. It looks the best to me. It looks like it's odd color on the screen, on the camera for some reason. But it's a little more matte and dull than, because all the lights I think shining. Plus this blue's setting it off wrong in the back. Maybe that's what it is. Let's get rid of that. So these don't look exactly what they're supposed to look like on the, unless it's just me looking at it weird. But I think this, obviously the black is just it's not going to show well in black. And the crayon, I don't like it so much. I just like to hit it with crayon as a base coat primer, and I think I'm going to go with the light gray. So it's not showing properly, but yeah, it's a little darker than what you're seeing. But let me see if I can get it out of the tube on my fingers, maybe. But right here you go. It looks turquoise. It looks brighter. I don't know why, but it's darker. Well, so that's it. I appreciate your watching. Give me any input, anything you recommend. The door's open for any kind of suggestions. It's all open. It's all there. I think I decided after this build right here that I'm going to move to the Citadel spray can primer, the white and black primer, gray primer, whatever. It's a little more expensive, but I don't know. This stuff is good. I primarily used it for a base coat, and then I'll go back in and add a little bit of primer and highlights and stuff over top of the primer slash paint. Kind of doesn't make sense. I'm kind of making extra steps for no reason, I think, but I did want a nice base to go off of. So after I put the decor primer paint slash on the thing, I'm going in now, and you can see that I'm just putting in some more deeper shadows, you know, under the armpits, you know, around the back, around the belt. So after I did that, I don't know if this was a waste of time or not, but as you can see here, I come in with a really light gray, just any primer would do, and I'm hitting the top, toning down some of that real heavy dark primer slash paint that I put on as a base coat for the primer. But I don't know, it just seems to work out. I like it, but I think I'm going to go a different approach next time. So here it is. I lightened it up because I didn't want him that dark. I lightened it up a little bit, kept some shadows. Now after this step, I'm going to go into the pre-shading. So that took some time, but unfortunately later in the video, when I added the blue, you'll see that I lost a lot of that. But so here on the face, man, I haven't did a whole lot of skin tones, man, since I've been airbrushing, painting, or doing this hobby. So there's a lot to learn, at least for me. You know, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of good tutorials out there. I think I'm rushing it. I don't know. So I ended up doing was I ended up getting some brown, orange, and raw umber that I seen a tutorial with that just you can make your own skin tones, and I went with that. So after hours of me trying to find the right blend, so I blended it all together and made the skin tone. So didn't record it because it just took me forever. It just didn't work. Okay, I attempted to pre-shade everything. At least I need practice doing that to keep my hand steady in the airbrush. Just going in, hitting the shadows, hitting everything, where when I hit it with the base coat, hopefully those shadows stay, at least enough to maybe redo them up, or I don't know. So I did his face. His face took forever last night. I mean, it took forever. I have to find a different way of doing skin tones. I'm happy with this, the way this turned out. Maybe it's too bright in here, but it is a little more shading than you can probably see on the screen. So right now, this is a real quick rundown what it looks like now. The pre-shading's all done. I'm gonna let it sit for about an hour or two, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna hit it with some clear coat. And then after I clear coat it, we're gonna start painting it up. So right now, I know for sure we're gonna be using the blue, the steel blue for right now for his cowl, cape, hands, gloves, I mean, and shoes and boots, but maybe tweaking some stuff here and there, I don't know. But then I think I'm gonna go with a light gray, possibly with his primary suit. I don't know, but here it is right now. He's all pre-shaded up, looking like Frankenstein. Okay, here's Batman in his little pink gown. We're gonna go in and we're gonna hit the blue. So hopefully this pre-shading that I did will pan out, but I don't know. I may have to go back and redo it. I don't know, but we're gonna try it. We're using the Craft Smart Steel Blue. I just like this blue. I already have it mixed up. Distilled water, probably 60% water, 40% paint. I'm going to hit the cowl first because I don't like really using that putty there on his face, but I don't want to mask it up and cut around his face. So we're going to jack up this air pressure to close to 40, 38. So we're going to do this real nice and slow. I don't know how this is going to go. Do the boot first. Seems to be working okay. The tape does not want to stay down. Probably zoom in a little bit. There we go. It's coming out a little wet, obviously, because the cheaper paint you have to keep wet. I'm probably have to use a brush inside there, I think. It's going to be a process. Definitely not going to rush it. Already clear coated it a couple times. Going to hit it with the dryer. doesn't look bad. I'm probably going to come down to the glove now. Probably going to take this end off, which I really don't like to do. Got to be careful so you don't bend that tip. But take a brush. Now, since the paint is already so wet, I'm not sure. I don't really think that it's going to really dry tip too much, but I think my pre-shading could be a little bit dark, should have been a little bit darker. I don't think I went dark enough on the pre-shading. Go back to the boot. Back to the boot. Make sure he doesn't fall off the dang platform. That piece of tape's probably not doing anything. Don't fall. It's probably a little more wet than I should be putting it on. We're going to go back and hit the steel toes with some gunmetal and some silver. So I'm just going to coat everything right now. All right, back to the top. I don't want to paint his cane yet because I don't know what exactly color I want to use or what I want to do with it. So I'm just going to cover it up. Paint. That's a little too wet. That's a little too wet. We'll dry it. I don't think there is, but we're going to just hit the top of the needle a little bit. Keep things moving. Okay, we have the Batman base coat is done. I'm going to take off the tape quickly, not quickly, but right afterwards, because obviously in the past I wasn't thinking. I left it on overnight one time on something I was doing, and it started tearing the paint off. That the tape was conjoining to the previous, well, you know what I mean, the tape. If I leave it here, and it could chip. It could chip if I don't take it off now, at least. But I'm not sure about the pamper, what I want to do with the pamper. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, man. I don't know if I should leave the pamper black, the traditional Batman from way back in the day, or go with the blue. That's why I stopped. I was going to have the nerve to go in and when you want it to stick, it doesn't, but when you want it off, it sticks like crazy. But if I had the nerve to go in and paint this blue, that little bit of blue, but I think I'm going to use a brush when I do the pamper. I didn't want to get paint all over the place. I think my pre-shading didn't work out too well in the blue. I guess for future reference to myself, if I'm going to do pre-shading, really make it pre-shading, really darken it up. But it's okay though. I mean, it can be fixed either way. It can be fixed. Last thing I want to do is drop this, or it fall out of my hand, because I'm trying to get this. I mean, the bat emblem, black. It took me forever on the mouth. I need to find another way. See, I don't like doing this. This is going to tear my paint. This is going to mess my paint up. I don't like doing that. There we go. The mouth, the face last night was a nightmare. I got it to where I want it to be. It's so bright down here. He does have shading around. I'm sure I got some cleanup and some touch up. You know, I got to get, you know, but not a lot. It's surprisingly that that putty worked out pretty good around the face. I thought for sure I was gonna have to have some cleanup. That's why I clear coated this twice and let it sit for about 6 hours. I know they say 24 hours, but I think it'd be okay. I mean, obviously it's okay because it's working. It did work. No, I'm touching the paint already. It's not even set up my finger. Get fingerprints all over it. I forget that I just painted it. How stupid is that? Remember, they're touching his glove with my hand. So, there we go. He's coming along. I'm happy. It's the first, this is, when I bought a 3D printer, this is what I wanted to do. And I'm not trying to say this to, this was my objective. I wanted to do bigger pieces. And it wasn't going to be Batman. I don't want to touch the blue. It wasn't going to be Batman. But when I saw this sculpt, I had to print it, but it's so funny looking. It's so funny looking. Get a little closer maybe. Like I said, I can't tell what's going on, but I'll get better shots of this. He does have shading around his jawline and stuff like that. And the teeth, this was a pain, but there we go. Here's the Batman. So tell me what you think. I'll still be some more videos up. I'm going to have to go in and do some dark wash or something to get my shading back, but the gray shouldn't be a problem because I'm going to go to light gray, I think. I don't know, you guys tell me. I got to do some touch up with the brush here maybe, and I hate masking. See here? It's not a big deal. I mean, a little bit of line there around the glove. I'd rather touch up the glove than it get into the gray, you know. But the pamper, I don't know. Should it be black? I think I might go black on this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But you guys tell me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. The update on the old Batman.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare. Say what one more goddamn time.